In this video, we're going to focus on how you can filter your dates where you can remove the weekends from. So for example, you have an array, and in this case you can see here we have an array here with a lot of dates, and if you click on it, you can see this one is already nicely formatted and removed. We have removed all the weekends from it. As you can see here, it goes here from Wednesday 1 December, and then Friday 3 December, and then Saturday and Sunday are gone, and then it starts immediately with 6 December. And the same goes here Friday 10 December and then Monday 13 December. So let's start to look how we can do this so we can use that for a financial chart in Chartjs. In this video, we're going to focus on a part that is very important as well for one of my Chartjs videos, and this was about how to extract the weekdays from an array in JavaScript. So imagine you have an array and you have all of these here. This is the array, you get it from PHP, and then you convert it into a JavaScript readable item. However, these are just dates, and we want to filter out now specific days from here. For example, we want the weekdays, and we know that Saturday and Sunday are not should be removed from it. But there's a trick here, or there's another issue, which is of course our values here. You can see here the values are 1 to 24, and of course we have 24 matching dates. So we need to extract the ones. And for example, right now we know that 6 December is Monday, so that would mean that 5 December and 4 December is a Saturday and a Sunday, and then of course it will go in, we'll keep on looping through this. So what we need to do is we need to figure out how we can remove the Saturday and Sundays. So to do this, we can do it quickly in JavaScript if you have the array already here, nicely paired with the data here. So what we're going to do here is the following. First of all, what we need to do is we need to convert this into what we call a JavaScript date object, so it can be read. Right now it's just considered a string. It looks like a date, but it is in essence just a string that is not a date, it's not being recognized by JavaScript as a date. This is very important. So what we're going to do here, first of all, I'm going to make it two separate arrays. So I'm going to say constant, and I will say here, this is the weekdays. Let's say here weekdays value. That should eventually get all the values here, extracting the weekdays for the weekends from it. And this will be just a blank array. And then we have another one here, which will be not the weekdays value, but it will just be the weekdays, which makes sense, of course. That's the one there. Alright, so basically I can just put this one up, I guess, because this one is more important. And this is a subset from this, in essence. Anyway, what we're going to do now is we're going to say the following. We're going to say constant. And this constant, we will call this a date object, meaning we're going to convert it into JavaScript readable date. Of course, you can call this anything you want, or you name this anything you want. This is just a name. And what we're going to do here is the following. We're going to say here, we're going to grab these dates, and we want to loop through them. And we loop through them with a map. And map array is a very useful functionality because with that we can get also the index number at the same time. And the reason why we need the index number is because we want to get, for example, for 1 December, we need the matching value of 1. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to say first of all, we're going to put in here double parentheses, make sure you have that, and then we say first one will be date, and this date, we can even call this day, I guess. That would be a day, and then we say also another one, it would be an index. So these are two labels or parameters that we're going to use. But the day here refers to the dates array item, which is every one of these items here. So the first day would be basically, this would be almost like this day 0. You can imagine that, and then we grab this one here. And then the next one would be day 1, etc., etc. So we have this here, and of course, index here will give us the matching index value. So we can immediately insert or push the value in here as well to grab this matching values here. So how do we do this? Well, first of all, we have this here. We have here the arrow function expression. Then we put in here curly braces, and between here we're going to say the following. We're going to say here the following is a constant, and this will be days, and this days will be a new date object basically, and that is derived from this value here, the day. So days will be the day or the new date, which is date object, and then day here. So if we do this and I just do a console log, you will immediately understand what's happening here. So if I save this, and refresh here, open up developer tab, you can see here, look what's happening. Now it grabs, instead of a single date, for example 1 December, let's go up here, you can see here now it will show you all the information you need to know, including the GMT time zone, including the hours. As of my location right now, the GMT time zone is +8, so that will mean here, if this would be 8 and we didn't specify an hour here, it would just grab the default time zone local here +8 hours. And then of course you can see here Wednesday, December, etc, etc, and then we can confirm here Saturday is 4 December, Sunday is 5 December. So what I want to do now is figuring out how can we remove one or the other. So to do this, what I need to do here is use the getDay functionality. And to make sure we have this, I'm going to grab this, the days, and we say a dot getDay. And if we use this functionality and I save this and refresh, you will see now it will start to convert this into weekday numbers. And what is very important is you can see here the number 0 equals Sunday and number 6 equals Saturday, so number 1 is Monday and onwards. So what we want to do here in this case is to start now, because we have the numbers and we can identify what would be a Saturday and a Sunday. We can now do an if statement, and this if statement, if a certain condition is met and is true, in that case push value in here, push value in there. And that's what we're going to do right now. So what I'm going to do here is the following. I'm going to say here I'm going to get the weekday, and I will make first an if statement. So this if statement will say if days dot get and we don't even have to do that one. Apparently yes, sorry. We need to grab this, of course we need to get the value of it. So we say if days.getDate is larger or equal to 1, which is Monday, and or if we get other values, and we say here get days should be smaller or equal to number 5. So it should not be number 0 and also not number 6. So we have basically a between value here. If the value is between these two values, between 1 and 5, in that case what I want to do here is I want to grab the weekdays. I say a dot and then push. What are we going to push? We're going to push basically the value that we wanted, which is in this case, oh, we have the object, we can get the days here. So that's the first one. The next one we want to do is we want to grab the value here of the weekdays. So how do we do that? Exactly the same. I'm going to say here dot push, but then in this case I'm going to grab here the index value. So we're going to grab this values, and then we say here bracket with the index number, and the index number is directly matched with the item here, or basically this. So 1 December is index 0. This is index 1, 2, 3, etc, etc. So it will recognize this. So once we did this, we are basically done. But what we could do as well, just for the sake of it, because we never want to modify the original object or the date object. So maybe if we need it in the future, it's still ready here, suitable for use without being touched. Always untouch your original data, because maybe you need to reset, you need to do something, so you never are allowed to touch that, or at least don't modify that data. And with the map array, this is very nice. It creates a separate array basically in here, and we can work with that. So then what we're going to do here as well is the following. We're going to say here return, and then return the days, which is basically this constant here, or maybe we could even do here let. I think let would be more appropriate for this because we looked through this, so that would be more, makes more sense. So if I save this now, refresh, we have all of the data here, but you can see here, all right, what is this? Let's double check. We have this days here, semicolon. I'm going to remove this console log here. And now what I want to do is I want to grab our new made arrays here. So the weekdays array is in here. And then we have another one here will be, oh, that is not what I wanted, sorry. Copy that, put it in there. And then we say here weekdays value. And we should see now that we have always, alright, so we get a whole chunk here. I'm not sure why this chunk is in there. Alright, we have this. Did I push this correctly? Push the days. Alright, we have that one there. Let me double check. Do we see here the arrays? Let me click on this. Probably. Oh, all right. There you are. So the arrays were hidden in here. Apparently, I didn't check properly, but the arrays are in here. You can see Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday again. So you can see here what is missing. Not the array numbers, but you can see here what is missing. 4 and 5 December is missing here, and then here Friday, 11 and 12 December is missing as well, which is correct because those are the Saturday and Sunday. So if I go in here, we should see here 4 and 5 is missing, and 11 and 12 is gone as well. So now you can see our data is now ready for converting into another data in our Chartjs financial chart. And that's basically how to do it.